Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei and Miss Anissa Isa Kalibek's royal wedding celebrations begin at the Royal Palace in Brunei. A special exhibition about the life and reign of Queen Margrethe II of Denmark opens at the Museum of National History at Frederiksborg Slot. And Princess Claire of Luxembourg gives birth to a healthy baby boy in Luxembourg City. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. If you're new to my channel, my name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Monday, January 8th, 2024. In Luxembourg City, the Cour Grand Ducal announced that Her Royal Highness, Princess Claire of Luxembourg, gave birth to a healthy baby boy on Saturday, January 7th, 2024 at the Maternité Grand Duchess Charlotte. In the press release, the princess and her husband, His Royal Highness, Prince Félix of Luxembourg, said, quote, "The newborn prince will be named Balthazar Félix Karl. It weighs 3,220 kilograms and measures 50 centimeters. The baby and Princess Claire are in perfect health. Signed, Félix, Claire with Amalia and Liam." End quote. Prince Félix of Luxembourg is the second son of their Royal Highnesses Grand Duke Henri and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg. Prince Félix and Princess Claire were married in a civil ceremony in Germany on September 17, 2013. On September 21, 2013, the couple held a religious wedding ceremony at the beautiful Basilica of St. Mary Magdalene in France. On Sunday, His Majesty King Carl Gustaf of Sweden, accompanied by their Royal Highnesses, Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, attended the opening of the Security and Defense National Conference in Sälen. Established in 1940 and held every year in January, the Security and Defense National Conference is the foremost meeting place for the Swedish security and defense policy community. Regular speakers include the Prime Minister, the Ministers of Defense and Foreign Affairs, and the Supreme Commander. The annual National Conference attracts over 400 participants and 30 to 40 speakers for 3 days of lectures, discussions, and debates, intertwined with socializing and winter sports. The conference encourages formal as well as informal conversations between parliamentarians, representatives from trade and industry, political parties, government authorities, youth organizations, and various NGOs. According to the Swedish Royal Court, quote, "Topics raised during the 2024 National Conference were the continued focus on Swedish defense and security policy identity and vision, how Sweden's NATO membership application affects defense and security policy, as well as the role and development of democracy." End quote. In Oslo, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway held an audience this afternoon with Norway's chief climate negotiator, Mr. Henrik Eriksson, at the Royal Palace. During the meeting, the Crown Prince was, quote, "briefed on the international climate negotiations," end quote. In Copenhagen, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark held her final audience this morning with Mr. Flemming Jensen at Christiansborg Slot. According to the Danish Royal Court, Mr. Jensen is a, quote, "laundry worker from the Central Laundry, Bispebjerg." While Her Majesty the Queen was carrying out her final engagement as monarch, Ms. Lene Ballaby, head of communications for the Danish Royal Court, released the program for the succession of the throne. On Sunday, January 14th, 2024, Her Majesty the Queen will abdicate the throne in favor of her son, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. Per today's press release, quote, "At 1:35 p.m., the Crown Prince couple and His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark will ride in a motor car from Frederiksborg Slot at Amalienborg to Christiansborg Slot. At 1:37 p.m., Her Majesty the Queen will ride in a carriage from Christian IX's palace at Amalienborg to Christiansborg Slot, escorted by the Guard Hussar Regiment. At 2 p.m., Her Majesty the Queen, the Crown Prince couple, and Prince Christian of Denmark will participate with the government and the Council of State Secretary in the Council of State meeting. The succession of the throne takes place during the Council of State meeting at the moment when Her Majesty the Queen has signed the declaration of her abdication. At 2:15 p.m., Her Majesty Queen Margrethe, as she will be known after signing the declaration of abdication, will depart from Luxembourg Slot in a motor car to Christian IX's palace at Amalienborg. At 2:30 p.m., Their Majesties the King and the Queen will host a reception for specially invited guests. At 3 p.m., His Majesty King Frederick X will step out onto the balcony of Luxembourg Slot. While on the balcony, the Prime Minister of Denmark will proclaim His Majesty's accession to the throne. Then, the King will give a speech and conclude with the motto. At 3:10 p.m., after the proclamation, 327 shots will be fired from the Sixtus Battery on Hulmen in Copenhagen in salute. At the same time, the royal standard will be lowered at Christian IX's palace and re-raised at Frederick VIII Slot at Amalienborg. At 3:30 p.m., the King and the Queen will ride in a carriage, escorted by the Guard Hussar Regiment's mounted squadron, from Luxembourg Slot to Frederick VIII Slot at Amalienborg. At 5 p.m., the transfer of royal colors from Christian IX's palace to Frederick VIII Slot will take place. On Monday, January 15th at 10 a.m., the royal family participates in the Danish Parliament's celebration of the succession of the throne. During the meeting in the chamber, the Speaker of the Parliament and the Prime Minister will deliver a speech, and in that connection, the Prime Minister offers a verbal announcement from the King to the Danish Parliament. Afterward, the royal family takes part in a reception in the former upper chamber. On Sunday, January 21st, the royal family participates in a celebratory church service at Aarhus Cathedral. Guests confirmed to attend the celebratory service include representatives of official Denmark and representatives from the city of Aarhus. End quote. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Prince Vincent of Denmark and Her Royal Highness Princess Josephine of Denmark are celebrating their 13th birthday. Born His Royal Highness Prince Vincent Frederick Monique Alexander, Prince of Denmark, Count of Montpezat, and Her Royal Highness Princess Josephine Sophia Ivalo Matilda, Princess of Denmark, Countess of Montpezat, on January 8, 2011, at the Righus Hospitalet in Copenhagen. The fraternal twins are the youngest children of Their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark. Over the weekend, the Museum of National History at Frederiksborg Slot announced a special exhibition entitled Pictures of a Queen on the occasion of the change of throne on Sunday, January 14th. The exhibition showcases Her Majesty the Queen in various stages and situations of her life, quote, with iconic and official portraits of Queen Margrethe, as well as a large number of photographs, paintings, and drawings made between 1940 and 2022. In addition to the special exhibition, there are also a large number of other portraits of the royal family. End quote. A highlight of this special exhibition is the late Andy Warhol's 1986 portrait entitled Margrethe II from his series Reigning Queens. While not a part of the exhibition, visitors can view the generational portrait entitled Three Genealogies, located in the Hall of Knights. Quote, the Queen is portrayed together with her eldest son and grandson, Denmark's future king and crown prince. End quote. Meanwhile, Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, the world's second oldest amusement park, will host a spectacular fireworks display in celebration of the new King and Queen of Denmark. Historically, the show will be the largest display of fireworks in Tivoli's 180-year-old history. The fireworks display will also serve as an expression of gratitude to Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, who, as we all know, has decided to abdicate in favor of her son after a remarkable 52-year reign. Since 2001, the Queen has been actively involved in designing costumes and scenography for numerous ballets and pantomimes at Tivoli Gardens. Her contributions include productions such as Hans Christian Andersen's The Snow Queen, Thumbelina, and The Swineherd, along with Tivoli's rendition of the classic Nutcracker by renowned composer Tchaikovsky. According to a press release, the 12-minute-long fireworks extravaganza will feature rockets reaching up to 180 meters in height. The Tivoli Gardens fireworks display will include special formations forming red hearts in the sky, and the finale is designed in the colors of the Danish flag Dannenbrog, red and white. People living in the capital of Copenhagen and surrounding suburbs can look forward to the amusement park's pyrotechnician firing 5,153 rockets, Roman candles, and other types of fireworks. So, if you live in Copenhagen or the surrounding areas, or if you're just visiting Denmark, I highly recommend that you see this fireworks display at Tivoli Gardens. It's going to be amazing. Well, the 10-day royal wedding celebrations in Brunei have begun. This morning in Lapau, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Billah Hassan Al Bolkiah Brunei and His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Malik Hassan Al Bolkiah Brunei presided over the opening ceremony of the Jendang Jaga Jaga drums on the occasion of the upcoming royal wedding of His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei and Miss Anissa Isa Kalibek on Thursday, January 11th. On Sunday, His Majesty Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah Brunei, accompanied by his sons, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Billah Hassan Al Bolkiah Brunei and His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Malik Hassan Al Bolkiah Brunei, presided over the Royal Order ceremony held inside the dining hall at the Royal Palace of Nur al-Iman. Meanwhile, Miss Anissa Isa Kalibek participated in the traditional Khatam al-Quran ceremony. In the Khatam al-Quran ceremony held a few days before the solemnization of the royal wedding, the bride reads the Holy Quran before, quote, entering into marriage life. After reciting some of the surahs in the Quran, the bride will recite or give a dua, which is a prayer, after completion of the reading of the Holy Quran. End quote. Tomorrow, Tuesday, January 9th, the ceremony of the sending of the royal sign and the royal engagement, as well as the ceremony of receiving the royal sign and the royal engagement, will take place at the Royal Palace of Nur al-Iman. So please stay tuned. And finally, the Imperial Household Agency confirmed that Her Imperial Highness Crown Princess Kiko of Japan has not been feeling very well since December. The Crown Princess is, quote, suffering from gastrointestinal discomfort, and the timing and availability of her attendance at future ceremonies and events will be determined based on her physical condition. The Crown Princess has not been able to eat her usual meals, end quote. On Sunday, the Crown Princess was scheduled to attend the evening ceremony for Emperor Showa's memorial, but naturally, she had to cancel. The IHA also confirmed that the Crown Princess will not attend the 43rd Sign Language Kyogen alongside her daughter, Her Imperial Highness Princess Kako of Akishino, this afternoon. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Tuesday, January 9th with all the latest royal news. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.